Hello, 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 and welcome to another live tea tasting. I'm going to be tasting a new flavor today. I'm going to wait until people start coming in, so it'll just be a moment. Okay, I got one. Hey, Becky, how's it going? You're number one. And Jazzy, I got another. I got another guest coming in. Okay, so all right, so I have three people watching, but it's not telling me who's coming in. So I'm assuming that third person is Sarah. But yeah, it looks like, hey, Jose, what's up? Okay. All right, Jazzy, that's okay. As long as you're listening, that's all that matters. Ani, how's it going? Okay. So today's tea flavor is going to be there you go, Sarah. There, you're here. Okay, this is this week's, just so you know. No, I'm on here every. Oh, that's right. You started when I was on 9. No, the week after I started at 8 because people in New York were complaining that it was too late. So I was like, okay, well, I'm going to start an hour earlier. So anyway, today's flavor is going to be Sunset Paradise. This one is going to be something that I was really excited to try because the base of it is Thai chai. As well, it has lemongrass and honeybush hazelnut. Yeah, that's exactly that's exactly the feeling that we're getting. So it's got Thai chai, lemongrass, and honeybush hazelnut. I know that it's going to be one of your favorites, Jose. Uh, so what's in this is rooibos tea, black tea, ginger root, cinnamon, honeybush, lemongrass, coconut, cardamom, marigold, natural lemon flavor, vanilla flavor, coconut flavor, and hazelnut flavor. Yes, honeybush. Everybody loves honeybush. So I'm going to start the water, get things going. Now this one I'm going to also be brewing at 212 degrees. So that's one of the hotter temperatures because the base of it is a red tea and a black tea. So those are really strong leaves to go to there. Hey, Princess, how's it going? You made it. Woohoo! Hey, how's it going? You made it. Okay. So what was I saying? Oh yeah. So the base of it is a black tea and a red tea because the rooibos is a very short leaf but a strong leaf as well as the black tea. So I'm steeping everything at 212 degrees. Should take between 5 and 7 minutes. Actually, I think it can last a little bit longer because they're pretty strong. With the all three teas actually, the honeybush, the black tea, and the rooibos tea are all pretty strong teas, so they can take the hotter temperatures at a longer time. But I don't want to test that theory too much because over steeping can kill the flavor. I actually did that today on a green tea. I was concentrating on work. How dare I work at work? And I oversteeped my green tea a little bit and came out with a soapy flavor, but I powered through it because I don't like wasting anything. So as I'm saying, this comes with it's got a very sweet and creamy base to it. So I'm looking forward to it. It's gonna have a little bit of grounding with the honeybush hazelnut. Now I've never had honeybush hazelnut mixed in with anything before, so I'm guessing it's gonna be a more of a is the water immediately to boil at the right temperature? It's not immediately done. I'm actually steeping it over here. I have an electric tea kettle. It's going. Let me switch it over so you can see. There you go. You can hear it start to steam. Now, what I love about this, I'm not going to touch it yet. I'm waiting for it to finish. But there's a dial at the end where you can control the temperature so that you can steep it at either a green tea, a white tea, or a black tea flavor. According to Leaf, so you don't have the you don't have to keep testing the temperature to see if you get it just right. This one, this is one of the best investments that I've made. So let me also, before I forget, the charity that 5% of this goes to is the Suicide Prevention Hotline. Now, there's a story behind this. When I put together this flavor, it was at work on my break, of course. I like to play around with these things while I'm on break, and one of my coworkers had a really awful experience where. Oh yeah, it's available. This is the one benefit I get from selling these teas, because I don't get any money from it. They give you the option to either have 5% go to charity, or you get points towards your next purchase. I prefer sending it to charity because we just put it out there. But anyway, she was having a particularly difficult day. And one of her customers told her that she should just go kill herself. And, that's just that's one of the worst things that you can say to somebody. So, I was talking with a friend of mine, and he said, well, why don't you use that as a charity to see if there's a suicide prevention hotline? So I looked it up, and yeah, it was on there. So I put it, and, that's 5% is going out there, because I didn't like the idea of somebody putting out that negative vibe and without something to counter it, So I would have put that positivity out there, and hopefully, hey Teddy, what's up? And hopefully, as people buy it, it counterbalances that awful customer's comment. So now it looks like my water's ready. I'm gonna show the dial real quick. As you can see, it's set to the black tea rather than the green tea. Now, it's a little bit deceptive. White tea is actually a little bit more fragile. So if you were to do a white tea, which I'm going to do one of these weeks, I actually have white tea available. But you would set it on this side of the white rather than this side, because that's past the green temperature. So you want to err on the side of caution when you're doing a white tea. So now, I forgot to just put this down. And another good thing about this, hey, what's up, Greg? Another good thing about this particular kettle is that the bottom is plastic and it doesn't conduct any heat. So you can lay it, once it comes out, you can lay it right on there, and it's not going to, see, I'm going to touch that, it's not hot at all. So I can lay it right on there and not worry about burning up my furniture. So I forgot to open the tea and describe my first impression, so I'm going to do that right now. If I can get this thing open. Whoa, that is so not good. I just dropped a bunch. I'm going to have to clean that up in a bit. But anyway, yeah, this is what happens. Oh, I feel awful. That's about 5 cups right there. Anyway, yeah, this is the things that happen on live. Okay, so my first impression. Ooh, that's really good. It's kind of got like a gingerbread scent to it. It's really nice. Yeah, it's going on the blooper reel. It's an expensive blooper reel. Thankfully, I paid for this with points, so I didn't lose any money. But by the same token, I don't get to experience as much of it. Oh well. Okay, so anyway, it's got this kind of a gingerbread scent to it, where it's really, really sweet and creamy. But it's also got, like, you can tell that it's held, not, it's not, well, I don't want to say held back, but more like it's grounded. Okay, so without wasting more than I should have, oh, I'm gonna have to get Yeah, this this is not good. Yeah, look at that. This. Yeah, I really messed that up. Man, you see, it's every week. Every week. You know, Ani, I blame you. Because you were telling me I was going to spill it. Anyway. I'll clean that up after. So I'm going to pour out the water. And once again, I've pre-sweetened my pot with 2 packets of stevia. Boo! 5-second rule. Yeah, that doesn't apply to tea. Alright, there we go. Alright, so I'm starting it at 8:14, so about 8:19 it should be ready. Yeah, that's really gonna that's really gonna bother me. Anyway, so like I was saying, okay, I set this to a 212 degree boil for it to steep in. Now, normally I'm gonna wait a little while before I tell you what it smells like when it's fully steeped. That way, yeah, I would go with psycho rather than psychic. But anyway, I'm gonna give my impressions once I get the scent of it, to see how it comes out when it's fully steeped. But in the meantime, I'll wait for it to complete. I'm gonna put my water there because I'm feeling a little bit clumsy. That is, I'm really feeling bad about that. But you know, I'm sure I am human after all. So once again, oh yeah, I also have T-Rex, my buddy. Tomato. Yeah, for real. Anyway, so if you have any questions before because I think I covered everything that I can for the first portion of this tea stream. So if you have any questions, I'm going to open up the floor to you guys for a while it continues to steep. Anybody? Okay, well, in the meantime, I'm going to find a broom or something because it is really, it's really bothering me that. Oh, good. There's a vacuum right over here. Actually, no, I don't like using that one. There's another one. So I'm gonna get a quick preview. Where's the other of where I live? Pull out all the stops. Oh. Yes, it's bothering me that much. I do not like that mess. What's the best tea for losing weight? I'm not a clean freak, but I don't like the idea of just letting that sit there. The best tea for losing weight, I would say, is either. Yeah, this is not going well. The best tea for losing weight is either a green tea to help your digestion and your metabolism. White tea helps you purify. So a combination of both is really healthy for is really healthy as a regimen. The cost of the tea is, for this one in particular, you get 3 ounces. Sorry, 3 ounces for, I believe, $15 or $12. Let me check real quick. It's $12 for 3 ounces, $5 for a sample tin, and $24 for 5 ounces. So the best, in my opinion, the best deal is the middle one where you get $12 because it rounds off to about 32 cents per cup for the 3 ounce, but 38 cents for the 5-ounce tin. So yeah, that's the best deal is the 3-ounce. Yeah, I'm not a clean freak. Hey, oh no, I did make my bed though. I did. I do this just because it bothers you. Look. See? I made my bed. It looks nice. It's all it's all in your head. Okay. All right, so it's time to pull out the tea. My 5 minutes are up. So, pulling it out. Ah, that is really, really hot. At this point, my fingers are like desensitized. What do you mean about time? It's been 5. Oh, you mean the making my bed? I made it for the past 2 weeks or 3 weeks or whatever. See, the things that I do for you, I get no recognition for. None whatsoever. That's why I don't do nothing for you. Okay, there we go. Okay. Ooh, that's a good little sample right there. Okay. Hey, Maria, you made it. You're early well, not early, but you're earlier than last time. Okay, so I'm gonna give my my tea's first impression after it's steeped. I learned just a couple weeks ago that sometimes when you steep a tea, it brings out a different scent to it rather than when it's dry. So here it goes. Oh, it's okay. It's okay. Okay, so after it's steeped, you get more of the lemongrass, I feel. Okay, it's all right. You can watch the rest of it later. It'll be posted on my website. Oh, on my Facebook page. Yeah, after it's steeped, you can smell more of the lemongrass, which you miss out when it's dry. Now, the good thing about this is, even after you steep it, my room is gonna smell amazing until I vacuum this up. So, all right, I'm gonna pour out the tea and see how it goes. Oh, I love that sound. It's like anticipation. Okay. Oops, it dribbled a little. So I'm just gonna dry it off, because I've already made enough of a mess as it is today. The last thing I'm gonna need is more stuff to clean up. Okay, now traditionally, I always say this every week because I kind of feel bad that when you taste the tea for the first time, you have to slurp it, and some people find it rude, but that's actually the traditional way to taste tea, because you don't get the full effect if it's too hot. Well. Okay, you can order it online. I'm gonna go ahead and put the link on the page after I finish the stream. So whoever wants to go back and watch it and buy it and try it for themselves, then they're free to do that. I don't know what their return policy is. I can look it up and then post a link to that as well. But they do have the $5 sample tin, so if you don't like it, it's less of an investment. Even my mom, when she started buying my samples, hey Teresa, you made it. When she started buying the samples, she's not really a tea drinker at all. She just started getting into it lately. But even she bought the $5 tin, and it's good to start up with. Well, without further ado, the moment I've been waiting for. That's really good. Now you have mostly the lemongrass and the honeybush hazelnut. You don't taste the Thai chai in there, which is, I mean, you do taste it, but you don't. It's not as strong as I thought it would be. Now, normally the Thai chai would have a creamy coconut vanilla kind of flavor to it, but this one, I think it's overpowered by the rooibos and by the rooibos and the honeybush, which isn't a bad thing because the rooibos and the I mean no, not the rooibos, the lemongrass and the honeybush, which isn't a bad thing because the lemongrass and the honeybush give it a nice earthy flavor, so it's not overpoweringly sweet, and some people like it. Can you get past the samples of your teas also? What do you mean, like what do you mean by getting past the samples? Like when you purchase it just to get a taste of it, or that's really good. I always look back at it. I can't put it down. Yeah, the lemongrass is like really strong in this one. I think that what's happening here is that the lemongrass and the vanilla and coconut, the samples of the tea of the other teas. Yeah. All of the teas have three options. So you have the $5 sample, the 3-ounce pouch, and the 5-ounce tin. So with all of these, you have your option to pick and choose. The only is that they don't come uh, because since these are special blends, there's not enough of an investment. Hey, Aaron, you made it. Well, I can't tell if that's you or you're just messaging me. Well, I'll figure it out later. But anyway, yeah, it's not. Hey, Colleen, what's up? Um, since it's not one of their brands, they don't sell it to stores. They sell it to an individual. Oh, Aaron, yeah, there you are. You made it. I called you out before you popped up. But anyway, they don't come in bags because that's gonna be too much of an investment, and there's no guarantee that they'll sell. So all these particular blends only come in in loose leaf, but they do have other selections that do come in tea bags in case you don't have a an infuser. That's not a problem for them. But if you prefer loose leaf like I do, then you're set. I prefer loose leaf because the bags actually constrict the leaves, and it doesn't allow the full flavor to come out. Yeah, I really like the earthy flavor to it. Do they taste good without honey or sugar? That depends on your tastes. I mean, if you like the taste of tea, you'll prefer it without the sweetening. They are full flavored and robust enough to stand on their own in case you don't want to sweeten them. I do sweeten them with a little bit of stevia, which is vegan friendly. Yeah, I always have Wi-Fi issues. I hope that not too much was lost because I just kept on going. So I'm hoping that not too much was lost in that freeze time. But I think it's been generally pretty good on Signal. Anyway, like I was saying, the you can sweeten it to taste. The stevia is calorie free. It's vegan friendly. It's all natural and organic. So, I mean, none of that stuff really matters to me. But if it matters to you, it's a great alternative to sugar. And honey as well is really natural and it's really delicious. But yeah, the teas themselves are robust. If you put enough in it, you're not going to feel like you're drinking flavored water. Some people prefer it that way. I know a couple people that just like to dip their tea and pull it out and leave it at that. But this, they put out really strong blends. So I recommend if you don't like to sweeten it, you're all good. Well, no worries, Maria, because I don't know if it's happening on your end or if it's mine. I can see when it's lagging on my end. As far as I know, it's still going pretty smoothly. So, I mean, if you have to go back and watch it again, I don't see how that would be a problem when it's posted to Facebook. Yeah, Sarah, that is awesome. It's one of my that's why I keep going back. Oh yeah, no problems. Yeah, sure thing. If you have any questions, just message me, and I'll send you actually my other. I have an email that I put out with a list of my 15, soon to be 16 and or 17. Once it, I have ideas for two more. Um, you keep Xing out and click restart to start again. I don't know what's going on with that one then, because I mean I can just see what's on my end. But yeah, not to worry. Yeah, I'll add you to my list. I thought I already sent it to you, but I don't know. We'll see. What I'll do, because I want to put the other one together. What I'm thinking about doing, I did my Dai by Chai last week. I want to do a chocolate version of that. And the chocolate. Yep, looks like I'm coming back. Okay, so the chocolate Dai by Chai is going to be excellent. I already have my idea for the concept, and hopefully I'll be putting that on my stream pretty soon. This time I'll be prepared. I'm not gonna talk trash beforehand because I wound up paying the price. But yeah. Now the more this is getting interesting because it's starting to cool off and I'm getting more of the flavors and it's coming out a little bit more tangy than usual. And I think that the tanginess with the earthiness is a really good combination. So the more that it cools, the more the flavor comes out, and it's really good. Now, the before I forget to mention, there is not a whole lot of caffeine in it. Naturally, lemongrass and honeybush are caffeine free. The Thai chai has a pretty low to medium amount of caffeine in it, so that this is the kind of tea that you can enjoy late afternoon, early evening, without having to worry about it keeping you up at night. Because it's not going to have that big of an effect. Of course, this is also something that if you were to have a day off the next day, this is the way to go. Into the night. Yeah, I really like this. I don't know the best way to describe it, but it's got kind of like a cookie flavor to it. but not like a chocolate chip cookie. It's got more of a hey Nicole, what's up? It's got a how do I describe it? Like a honey cookie. I guess that's the best way to describe it. It's really nice. It smells like gingerbread, but it's actually a little bit sweeter. So it's kind of close, but not. I think that that's going to be the best way to describe it. Yeah. Hey Ma, you made it. How was dinner? Glad it went. Glad you had your happy meal for the day. All right, so once again, for everybody that just came in, I'm doing Sunset Paradise, which is a blend of Thai chai mixed with lemongrass and honeybush. It's got marigold, cardamom, coconut, lemon, vanilla, hazelnut, honeybush tea, ginger root, black tea, and rooibos tea. So yeah, it's delicious, and it's I mean it smells kind of like a gingerbread flavor to it, but I mean it's really it's more something that you'd have to experience. I mean I really like this tea. It's not as sweet as I thought it would be, but I'm not disappointed at all. And once again, 5% of the yeah, it's really good. 5% of the benefits is going to go to the suicide prevention hotline. So they, I mean, they're very famous for what they do. They help support people who are depressed and on the brink of suicide, and try to talk them out of it, and give people hope. And I'm all about giving people hope because it's a rough world out there, and we all gotta stick together. All right, so I'm gonna once again open up the floor. If you guys have any questions, I'd be happy to answer them for you. I wonder how this would taste with cinnamon in it. That's something I would have to experiment with. I can do that on my own time, but by the same token, I'm always thinking of what my next experiment will be. And another thing about this is it is a chai tea, but it's not that strong. It's actually got a very mild kick, but you don't really taste it. Not like last week's Dai Bai Chai, which was basically a karate chop to the neck. It's a really smooth flavor, and that's what I like about Thai chai tea. Is it's very creamy and coconutty. It's got a little bit of a kick to it, but not too much. Kind of like mild Taco Bell sauce, It's good. You can add milk to it. I don't, because this one is creamy enough as it is. The only time I actually add cream or milk to tea. Yep, that's the best way I can think of. I only add cream when it's like an Earl Grey, because Earl Grey tea it's an acquired taste. I am still learning to like it. People keep telling me that it's good once you get used to it. And yeah, I have tasted good Earl Greys, and I've tasted Earl Greys that just make you go, ah. Like it's strong and a little bit bitter. But sometimes it takes a while to get used to it. It took me a while to get used to green tea, but now that I can drink it, I get all the benefits from it, and I actually appreciate the flavor more. So yeah, that's what I've used my my cream in. It's just the mostly the Earl Grey. And the more I drink this, it's kind of like it's kind of like a cereal. Like there's a cereal that I'm thinking of that it's reminding me of something. Kind of it's I don't want to say cinnamon toast crunch, but along those lines. And for a tea, that's very interesting. I mean, I've tasted different kinds of teas. There's even one that tastes like no, it's not Trix. Trix is very very fruity. This is more on the cinnamon toast crunch spectrum. But there's another cereal out there that tastes kind of like that. Um, I want to say it's closer to like cinnamon life. No, not peanut butter crunch. You're going way out in left field and like passing home and running into the bleachers on that one. Um, but yeah, it's I'm really starting to appreciate the different changes that it's going through as it cools, which I find now it's even more interesting. No, it's not Kaboom. Next thing it'll be like King Vitamin. Oh my god, like going back into the 80s. No, it's not Cheerios. But you see that's one thing that I really love about trying different teas. They sometimes surprise you because um, when you have a certain expectation and you think it's going to taste the same way that it smells, um, well, it's more towards cinnamon life. I think that would be the best way to put it. Um, But these teas have actually been surprising me. The what was the other one? I had a tea. I don't remember the name of it. I keep thinking Sunset Paradise, but that's this one. It's something along those lines. You know what? Let me go back to my blends and remind myself when I did the stream. It was a couple weeks ago. Was it Daydreams at Dusk? Yeah, it was Daydreams at Dusk. That one had a different smell when it was dry versus when it was steeped. Excuse me. Versus when it was tasted. It had three different stages. This kind of has that, um, but it's more like when it's dry versus when it's hot versus when it's cold. So I think that's the best way to describe the transition, and I really appreciate that difference because it catches you by surprise. It's not fruity or cocoa pebbles, and it's not Lucky Charms. I know where you're headed. So it's all in the subtleties. I'm really starting to appreciate just as time passes the way that this tea performs. I call it a performance because I mean it's if it does something for you, it becomes an experience versus just a taste. At least that's my perspective on it. Okay, so now that you're going through all the cereals you could possibly think of, what do you have any other questions going on in those heads of yours? Because you guys always keep me on my toes, so I got to return the favor. I almost said the flavor. I'll return the flavor. It's Sunset Paradise flavor. Cinnamon Life flavor. Mm. Yeah, that's that tea on the floor is. Well, you ask that every every week. In this case, for this particular tea, I would say a good gingerbread. I'm gonna go with it. I mean, it's got that flavor. You're moving from one baked good to another. Muffins. I would say probably a strawberry muffin. Like something with a little bit of a tang to it to complement the lemon in the tea. So yeah, that I believe, or maybe a cinnamon, something with cinnamon in it. Is there like maybe a gingerbread muffin? I don't know. I'm not a baker. So all you bakers out there, you can tell me if there is a gingerbread muffin out there. I'm sure there is, but how do I know? Mm. All right. Anybody else have questions? I'm gonna pour out what's left. There we go. Oh, man, this is really... Whew. I'm like really mad at myself for spilling all that all that other tea earlier. Because I want more of it. And now it's on the floor and I'm heartbroken. Right. Anything else? I'm gonna go back to the page. There we go. Okay, so I don't think that anybody else has. Hey, Ali, you're you made it just at the tail end. So I'm going to. I was hoping you'd join a little bit sooner, because this is the kind of stuff that I think that you would appreciate. I'm just going to. Yeah, kind of, sorta. No, I didn't clean up the tea yet. It's bothering me that it's still there, and as soon as we get off, I'm gonna clean that up. But yeah, it's still there, and it's still breaking my heart. But anyway, like I was saying, this is Sunset Paradise. It's got Thai chai, lemongrass, and honeybush hazelnut in it. So you get the rooibos tea, black tea, ginger root, cinnamon bark, honeybush tea, lemongrass, dried coconut cardamom, marigold flowers, lemon flavor, vanilla flavor, coconut flavor, and hazelnut flavor. And it tastes kind of like Cinnamon Life cereal, which everybody was having a debate earlier. Well, don't worry, it's going to be posted on there for posterity, so everybody in the world can see how clumsy I am. I'm telling you, every single week I drop something, and one of these days I'm gonna wind up in the hospital after trying to drink my tea because I dropped something on something important, like a foot. God, that's gonna be awful. But anyway. So yeah, like I said, oh yeah, and not to forget, 5% of the benefits goes to the suicide prevention hotline. The story is earlier in the stream, so if you go back and watch it, you'll see why it's important to me. why I chose this particular charity to benefit from it. So if you have any questions, I'm going to open it up once again. Excuse me. It's always ironic how I get hiccups while I'm drinking. I think being off phones is kind of affecting me in that sense, where I'm not used to speaking as much as I did. So I need to work on that a little bit. But yeah, you guys talk to me. ask me stuff. Nope, everybody's good. Okay, well, I'm going to cut the chat, cut the stream. Once again, I'm going to put the link on the stream. If you want to order it, you'll be able to find it there. And if you want to be added to the list, just you can inbox me your email address if I don't already have it, and I'll be happy to send you all 15 of my blends so far, soon to be 16 or 17, depending on when I get both of my teas posted. So, once again, thank you all for showing up, and it means a lot to me. I'll see you guys next week. Have a good night.